This video is sponsored by Rustly.com, one of the fastest growing Rust websites with a lot of games to play. Many deposit methods, instant withdrawals, with a store full of skins and crypto withdrawals. You can claim 5 free cases by using my code IncognitoRust or clicking the link in the video description. You can play case battles against real players or, like me, I play with the bots. And win cool skins. You can also open individual cases. They also have other cool games like Crash, The Wheel, and even Mines. And the site is loaded with a lot of bonuses and rewards like unlocking daily cases for free. Thanks to your level and the leaderboards with lots of prizes, just make sure to use my code IncognitoRust or the link in the video description to claim your free 3 cases. Let's get back to the video, boys. A quick tour, boys. Going into this door is going to be the entrance to the shell, and it will have 2 Pacheco peaks facing outside, just in case somebody's passing by. You just want to shoot them and grab their loot. You have shotgun traps to create like a little funnel, and you also have ways to shoot into your shooting floor in case somebody they raid from above and take over that. You also have more Pacheco peaks here that gives you more angles to the outside, and at the same time you have this wide space that you can use. Like if you have overflow loot, you can put like boxes there. You have these brewless peaks right here that will serve as your jump up to the next floor, and then this is the entrance, which also serves as another portion where you can shoot people into the shooting floor like so, or below in the shell. So you can actually put embrasures here as well, just so you can limit that. You have drop boxes here, and this is the way to the core. Yeah, it's a 2x1. It's the most basic 2x1 that you can find. So as you can see, the batteries in here, since this is going to be one of the hardest and well defended in terms of walls in the base. So one of the batteries is there, the other one is on the above. That's just for you to be able to spread out power. So yeah, you have your bedroom room here, and it's not just one door. That is actually 2 walls and then 2 garage doors. And you can use your peak right here by going through the single door first, and you can see people on the roof with a little bit of a pay to win action with the door skins. So yeah, and in the shooting floor you have a way to the floor below with this ladder hatch, and at the same time you have this module right here that creates a better view of people outside, and it's protected on one side, so people can't actually shoot you from a tall ass raid tower, which this base was actually raided with during the stress test raid defense. So yeah, you also have these peaks right here, and of course they are also guarded by some roof pieces to protect you from tall raid bases. Now going here is a bedroom module, and at the same time it also has those roofs as well, just so you can see people but they can't see you. You also have your breach peak here, and there's also a way for you to shoot people's foot through that gap right here and from the window outside. So yeah, basically it gives you a lot of visibility everywhere. Wherever you are on the base, it just takes care of business. Okay, so it's very simple, straightforward, one PC. And yeah, you can, like, you see what I'm doing here basically is just like I'm trying to trace someone that's running to the right, so they keep running and I can keep following them because of the way these peaks are set up. So yeah, and one last thing, actually we have a bedroom here as well, which you can put stuff in to the vending machine to go ahead and have like secondary kits, or even use that as a store if you don't have the windmill placed there. So that's completely up to you where you want to place. But yeah, let's go ahead and build it. Hi guys, so we'll start with however you want to build your 2x1. That basically depends on how you normally build it. People build the 2x1s differently. So yeah, I mean, this is just the most basic one that you can build. It's gonna be, you have an option to make this into a double door later just to make movement easier, but yeah. Okay, so put your TC on this side. This will enable you to have easier placement of your furnaces later. And I place my boxes like this. So yeah, just put it that way. You use the vertical ones. It's going to be harder to reach later on when you have shelf on top. And then yeah, just do as I do. But yeah, you could also do however you want to do it. And then I put the shelf down. If you notice, I actually made the foundation a tad bit higher than ground because of the fact that it's going to help you later on with the leveling of like not allowing people to easily jump into the shell or like over some stuff. So yeah, so here you are, 6-box loot room with 3 small boxes. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and put your whatever workbench you have right here and put your bags like so. Like I've said, if you need to put furnaces, it's gonna be easier if you since with the box placement in your TC. But for me, I want to go ahead and build the jump up as soon as possible. And with 4 people, that's not really hard to do to farm a starter base like this. This was made to be played by a quad or a trio. And then I have my furnaces right here. So yeah, still the basic 2x1 that you can make. And I like to make the exit like this now because of the fact that it gives me less storage room, but more door pathways, especially like on a wipe gameplay server. This would allow you to have more protection since they're gonna have to destroy more doors and can't just go to a couple doors or 3. So yeah, and then this part is just gonna be honeycomb. So just build it like so. Make sure this is metal if you have the metal before you upgrade the middle part. But you already knew that, right? You're watching a lot of build videos probably, that's why you're here. Okay, so once you have that part, we're just gonna make the jump up to the roof and another loot room in here. This is just gonna be like stone or whatever excess trash loot that you may have. Okay, and this area later on you can put like electric furnaces there once you have it. So honestly, I built this base because I was watching a lot of Taunted videos and he kept making the same base, but he always gets raided early and I never get to see how it ends up. So I thought, hey, why don't I make something out of the footprint that he started? And yeah, I don't know if it's an original base from Taunted or he got it from somebody else, but I just thought it was cool. Okay, so let's make the roof entrance here. Okay. So now this is going to be your entrance in and out. You're going to have 2 ways in and out. And yeah, make sure to keep note that on the lower kind of left side is I have like the symmetry on sign. That's when I'm building with symmetry. Okay. So he makes a module like this. Right. So yeah, it's basically just a brutalist peak that's going to serve as your jump up as well. So you're going to do that. And yeah, just go ahead and proceed with that and just see how I do it. If you have the metal, the parts that are easily subsidable from the outside, just like so. Then you make windows, and this is going to be your early peak. And the raid defenses that I've done in this base, I actually used it on an SE server, and then I played with my Greek friends, and they also had a pretty good defense with the unfinished version. They were fighting a 10-man with a 9th floor raid base and won. So Coffee, Lori, is pretty good. That's a pretty good defense. And Meta came in clutch too with the beat cam killing 3 people. So yeah, boys, that was pretty awesome. I was watching on Discord while they were getting raided. It's pretty easy to make. There's no like build outs or anything crazy to do. It's just a 1 TC base, but there is an option to multi-TC this and have a compound on it. It's a video that I was thinking of making, but I wanted to make something that was easier to make and something that you can set up without thinking too much about how you want to do things. So yeah, just upgrade all that the way I did whenever you have the resources for it. So place your embrasures when you have it as well, like so. And yeah, you can put the roof pieces here. You can also put this later on as well, because if you don't have like the other stone skins, it's going to be harder to place like some of the other stuff later on. So keep that in mind, okay? And you're just going to put square here and then another square here. So it's basically just 2 squares, and then you're going to remove the first ones. So as you can see, no build out needed. It's just, you can just enclose that. But like I said, there's a multi-TC version with a funnel wall and everything. If you want to see that video, if I can get like, I don't know, like 500 likes on this, I'd probably do it. But that's completely up to you. So yeah, here, as you can see, I'm upgrading it because I can't place this, see? So I need to upgrade this to Adobe or brick. And yeah, let's do Adobe. Okay, so upgrade all that. So it's a little different peak than what a Brutalist would give you, but yeah. So here you are. Oops, let's make that Brutalist, because you're not going to be able to place that without upgrading the Brutalist to something different. Don't worry about it. It's not a mistake that you can make, since you can easily like change the skin. Okay. So here we're gonna metal that if you have the metal, because this is still gonna be a wall. So basically everything is kind of like a honeycomb shell, kinda, and then another honeycomb core. So give or take, it's 4 to 3 walls depending on where they shoot from. So an online raid is pretty good. Offline defense, not that great, but this is, like I said, most of my bases, they were meant for me to get raided on. It's basically the whole purpose of my wipe all the time. I just like to get pounded by 10 Chinese guys. Okay, that did not come out correctly. Alright, anyway, so here we are. So yeah, just go ahead and do as I do here. And yeah, I'll catch you in a bit.
Running out of friends inside my head, like losing power. The shadows start to spread. This food is sour, tastes different when you're dead. I need a shower.
This part, we're just gonna make half wall and low wall, and then you put the frames. That's gonna be for a peak as well later on, and you're gonna have 4 of these. Here, you're just gonna put half wall and a window frame on there. So do the same on the other side. Like so. Yep, and just repeat that on all 4 sides. Remember, the symmetry sign is on, so that means that I am building with symmetry. And you're gonna have something like that. Okay, so now here you can go ahead and destroy that, and if you have ladder hatch, you can put your ladder hatch on. So, but yeah, this is just an option for you to be able to get to the next level, but you always have your main jump up, and you can put like barrels here as well. Okay, as you can see, my FPS is kind of low because of the fact that I have everything on high, just so it looked nice on the video. Okay. Yeah, but if you want to know like my in-game settings, I just copy Pip's settings. You can find it on this Discord. A lot of people actually like posting stuff on there, and I always reply what his settings are because I have it saved on my computer. So yeah, so this is going to be your jump up to the next floor as well. But yeah, you always have the jump up in your main core going into... So this is just basically an option. Like if you're coming from a bedroom, coming from the outside, you have multiple ways of getting up. I always like put importance on mobility, especially from getting to your shooting floor, your bedrooms, to your shell. It just makes it easier to loot people. Whenever they drop rockets, you just go get it, put it in a secure place. It's the main thing. Okay, so this is the peak for the low wall, half wall. That was in the bottom part, but later on, if you have the material for it, go ahead and metal everything you can metal. It always helps. Alright. So floor grills, and we're gonna put a ramp here just to make the peak easier, and that ramp will also serve as the placeholder for what's basically gonna hold up your peak on the inside. And it gives you kind of like a wide gap actually, without having a wide gap, so to say. So yeah, this base I didn't make a compound because you can make whatever compound you want to make, but I also have my own design for it, like I've said. So if you want to make just a simple compound, a funnel wall, it's up to you. I leave that to your imagination. You gotta be creative at some point, right? You can't just go ahead and copy the entire video. So here, make sure that you do that first and not put the other two beside it. Place these first. This is important. So you gotta place this and then the frame. And you do this at all four sides prior to like having the two triangle floors there later on. You'll see what I mean. Okay, so once you have that on there, you can go ahead and put the roofs down. These roofs are basically meant to, if you watch the intro, to protect you from raid bases. Because like having these, it basically just defeats whatever purpose the raid base is to shoot into the shooting floor, or even raiders that camp like hills. So yeah, now you can place your triangles because they overlap with the frames. So there's an order to how you can place them. Yeah, just keep going with how I'm building the shooting floor here. Also guys, my Discord is open. If you have any questions, it's gonna be on the description. Go ahead and join that. It's not like your typical YouTubers Discord. It's kind of chaotic. I don't really care. I'm just in it to build bases. So yeah, there's no BS involved. If you like my bases, awesome. If you don't like it, I don't really care. If you go in the comments, I'll even tell you I don't care. So yeah, everybody plays and builds different. Some people will like it, some people won't. It doesn't matter to me. If you have something negative to say, sure, I'll try to reply as nice as I can, or as obnoxious as I can, depending on how I feel that day. So your choice, alright? Whatever. So upgrade all of this and make that into metal, whatever. Like if you have metal already, go for it. If not, fine. Completely up to you. The strength of the base always comes down to not just the build, but also how much you are willing to farm for it. And for a 4-man, this is pretty easily farmed. And it's just the upkeep is a bit higher because it's 1 TC. But then again, if you're playing with a 4-man, it's not that high. Okay, so I'm gonna use these garage doors because they're kind of like pay to win. You see people's foot. I don't know if you've ever seen that before, but yeah. So this is basically gonna be where the most of the main loot is on this 3rd floor bedroom. And yeah, if you have HQM later on, you can HQM this entire room. That's completely up to you. Typically, I like to put like 4 beds on here, or if you're playing a trio, you can have 3 beds and a workbench. So make sure that you metal that back part because you're not going to be able to reach that later, just so it becomes a usable honeycomb as well. Here you can put another battery or whatever. You can make that into another loot room, or you can even put 4 beds and then put the workbench over there, just like what my Greek friends were doing. But having this part here just makes it a little bit harder for raiders to get in here because it basically becomes a honeycomb. But yeah, whichever. If you feel like you need a workbench on here, go for it. A base video is not like you're gonna copy the whole thing, right? It's completely for reference. So we're gonna make those peaks here. Make sure we put the embrasures down. So put the embrasures the way I put them here. It just gives you the most optimal visibility and cover at the same time. So yep. All right. Just continue as I build it here. This portion is gonna be your instant respawn that gives you visibility on like kind of the shooting floor and then inside the shell. So I suggest like you put the 2 most online players that you have in here and make sure to lock that box. So it gives you a view there. It even gives you a view into the shooting floor as well in case it's breached. So yeah, in here we're gonna put drop boxes down. So you can have 2 boxes, 3 barrels, whichever. It's completely up to you. And then we put a door. That's for the peak as well. We remove these and upgrade everything else. You can put your turrets down here. That can be 2 sides. Those 2 turrets are like from all the raids that I defended in this base. those turrets were the VIP, MVP, whatever. They basically did a lot of work that enabled me to seal, and my friends as well. So this is gonna be like your bedroom. So if you have metal, I suggest you metal it. Respawn's always important during an online raid, and this base, like I've said, use it if you're looking to get online. It's so much fun. Okay, just like most of my bases are designed for that. Although I do enjoy bunkers and will build some bases with them. But yeah, this base is more concentrated on how my gameplay is, my own personal gameplay is, and defense. Because when I play, I make sure that if I'm stress testing, that I'm awake and make sure to defend, or at least one of my friends are. So yeah, these roof pieces, again, is meant to protect people that are shooting from the inside, from raid bases or whatever. It just makes your life easier. They also mitigate some of the damage when you're being pounded, so it helps make things easier. Although if you did not build the base as high foundation as I did, there's a chance that people can jump on top of it. But I mean, what are they gonna do when they're on top of that? You know, like you can see them from the inside all over. There's a million peaks in this that you'd be able to spot somebody trying to get somewhere over there and just kill them instantly. So yeah, just basically upgrading everything that I can upgrade, and completely up to you. Like I've said, if you feel like, hey, I'm not gonna get hit on this side, or I don't need to really upgrade this, it's up to you. So we're gonna make like your mountain roof simple modules here. Like I said, it's just a simple base to make. It's just no BS. It's just a base that you can defend easily. I have some off-meta bases that I'm working on, but they still need to be tested. I know most of you guys are like watching my videos or like stuff like that, and I actually enjoy making off-meta bases, but sometimes you just want to go ahead and make something simple, provide people with content that they're capable of building without having to freehand, without having to build out all this stuff. Floor stacking, I know how to do them. It's just that I want you guys to have like a base that you can set up for wipe and not worry about anything else if you're trying to get raided at least. Okay, so these are your bedroom modules as well. We're gonna put a door frame there because that's gonna be where the vending machine is. You can use that to store loot for the bedrooms, like guns and gear sets, or you can also use that as a shop. But with that, it will basically enable you to put 2 beds on a square and have space for guns on them. So yeah, we'll make 2 of those, so everybody has a roof bedroom, and then this is where your windmill can be. You can also put windmills on the other 4 squares, and then just have like a site on top of that one, or 2. It's completely up to you. So now we're still gonna make more triple peaks here. I mean, it's a single triangle frame. Why not? It helps. So metal the one below, because it's gonna hold your turret. So in case if rockets are being sent your way, you don't lose your turret on the roof right away. You still have it. So yeah, now we're gonna put the peaks up. Again, it's a brutalist peak. The only problem I have, the issue that I have with brutalist peaks, is they can be splashed from the outside. So keep that in mind. So there are times that you're gonna lose them when they're being splashed. But they give you this really crazy peak that people can barely see. With a pot helmet, you can go crazy, you know. So yeah, everything is set up that way. We're just gonna do some finishing touches with the turrets. Keep in mind the turret placements. Okay, it's placed there with where the ladder hatch is. Basically enables you to come up with some protection. And then we're gonna have the chain link fence. They not only like protect the turrets and segment your base, so you don't, in case you die, you don't get looted easily if people take over. Everything is sectioned, but they also provide an option for you to like not fall. You can still put like siren lights on this just to be sure, which I normally would whenever I have them. But yeah, those chain link fences provide the space limitation that you need so you don't fall down. But keep in mind, they are very easily destroyed. So yeah, having some stuff on there makes it easier for people to get in there. And on this floor, you can do whatever you want here as well. You can put a research bench. You can put another workbench on here. It's completely up to you. I like to place some batteries on there. You can configure this how you want. Okay, this is just a base design that I made, but it's gonna be your base. You're gonna be living in it. So batteries here, since this is the most secure, you can HQM those walls later on as well if you have it. Also keep in mind that the posted cost and upkeep contains all the deployables that were placed on here, so it might be different with when you build it, if you're gonna have different deployables and stuff that you have on the base. Okay, so yeah, just keep going. We're gonna make the shotgun traps here for the little funnel. These bad boys actually killed. Okay, the funny story is one guy with rockets ran here, died, and then his friends tried to run in to get his body. They all died to the shotgun traps as well. So we ended up getting the rockets. Yeah, the wood here is just for aesthetic sake. Just for me, you know, make it look nice. All right. So I put my tier 3 here. You can put it somewhere else if you want. It's completely up to you. Like you said, it's better to put it on the 3rd floor. It's just fun. All right, this is a little tutorial on how to place your electric furnaces where you're able to fit all 3 of them. So do it like that if you want. Having blockers all around the base is just so helpful, especially for somebody who's looking to defend a raid. And take it from me, like I said, I play to get raided all the time. I play to get raided. That's why I'm a rat. That's why I play this the way that I do. I would camp oil rig. I will camp tunnels for 30 minutes or an hour or 2 hours just so I could piss people off. I don't care. Okay? It's just how I play. So yeah. And you enclose that just so in case that's breached, you still have like a door there. Also you can open it on the outside, limit movement from people as well. So yeah, as you can see, you can move pretty easily here. This one is up to you if you want to make this. I just like having like drop boxes that I automate on top here, and at the same time it just looks so cool that I have like a helipad on top of here to land the mini. I'm not the best mini pilot, but you know, it helps when you have a place where you can put it. It just looks nice. It's always about aesthetics. For me at least. I don't really know how everybody else builds, how other builders do it, but yeah. For me, this is how I like it. Like I said, I just build it my way. I just build to have fun. I had this conversation with Faded. I don't know if you guys watch Faded, but he's one of the really cool builders that I've been watching. And whenever I talked to him, he told me, no, don't even bother with people like that, man. If they're throwing hate your way, doesn't matter. Just build the base that you think you're gonna have fun playing in. And I follow that all the time. I know I'm older than him. He's probably younger than me, but yeah, that was some pretty good advice that he gave me. So I just go ahead and operate that way. I'm gonna build the way I want to build, and yeah, this is it. This is the Spartan. So I'll see you boys on the next one. And again, thank you for always watching. Go ahead and subscribe. And Nico out, man.